Former U.S. presidential hopeful and past Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee is in Israel for an 8-day trip to speak with Israeli officials and lead a religious tour. Huckabee spoke one-on-one with Jpost TV about his vision of a possible solution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
You know, I've never said that there shouldn't be two states. What I've said that the two states can't exist on the same piece of real estate, realistically, unless something dramatic happens that I've never seen anywhere, not just here in the Middle East, but anywhere on earth, where you have two sovereign governments layered on top of each other. So the issue is not, should there be two states? Sure. But should those two states be on the same piece of land? That's the issue.
So where would the two states be?
Again, that's not for me to try to propose. Certainly the Palestinians have Gaza, but they don't seem to be content. The Israelis have always made a lot of accommodations for people who weren't necessarily Jewish. And the question would be, you know, to what degree. They are clearly a Jewish state. This is their charter. They're not going to allow people who potentially would dilute the reality of this being a Jewish state. I understand that. It's like America in many ways, but there are some differences, and that's a clear difference. Israel is a refuge for Jewish people, and it is a unapologetically chartered Jewish state to give security and a sense of homeland.
Does that mean that for those Palestinians who stayed, that they would not necessarily get citizenship?
No, it doesn't mean that at all. But I think it means that there might be a limit on how many non-Jewish people would be allowed to be citizens of Israel. One of the things that has been a little disturbing over this past year is that this administration has seemingly put all the pressure on the Israelis, none on the Palestinians. What possible incentives do the Palestinians have to come to the table and make any concessions? Because the only directive so far, the only real policy from this administration has been to order the Israelis to freeze not some, but all settlements. That seems a little bit one-sided.